and health of children. UNICEF and European Union signed the new cooperation agreement on the 24th of September that provides an additional $45 million to promote access in education in Syria. About UNICEF in South Africa, improving the quality of education is a priority. Many schools in rural areas are no longer paying school fees. From 2009, the schools in rural areas were providing a feeding scheme. The schools in Ishawa, Melbourne, Urundi were providing a feed scheme. According to Umana Foundation believes that most liberal ways to alleviate global poverty is through universal education and gender equity. It is based on United Nations 2008 development report, which stated investment in girls' education may be well higher return investment in developing world. According to Ray Foundation, education is a fundamental human right for every children. Education helps to relate all success and productive future to everyone.
Education is a very important human right, and it has a recognized legacy in the worldwide and international debate. The UNICEF believes that education is a basic human right. The UNICEF believes that education is a basic human right that is universal, just like all other human rights. And it is inalienable, meaning that everyone, regardless of their gender, ethnicity, or economic status, is entitled to it. According to the UNICEF, in 2011, there were 93 million of children who were not in school, and almost 80% of those children were in sub-Saharan Africa and Eastern Asia. For too many children, the basic human rights to education is a pipe dream. 19 years of democracy in South Africa, but still, there are children who are deprived from basic education. According to the MDG's country report, the target for education is to ensure that by 2015, the children in the worldwide are able to complete the full course of education. 2015 is 2 years away from now, and South Africa is not even close to the target as the education in rural areas is so poor. The South African Schools Act and the Constitution stipulates that all learners in South Africa has a right to same quality of education. However, this is not yet the case in South Africa. Many schools, particularly in rural areas, still lack such basic needs such as classrooms, and they have poor access to services such as water and electricity. The South African government is claiming to provide free education for all because education is not free across all provinces, and there are children who are not going to school because their parents cannot afford the tuition fees. The National Assessment Reports published by the Department of Education in 2012 outlined that many schools in rural areas still lack water, electricity, laboratories, computers, despite the fact that education is one of the developmental aspects that receive the largest share of the budget in the national budget. But there are still schools that do not have means to improve their academic performance. For example, there is a school in Limpopo by the name of Alpha Secondary School. This school has lack of classrooms, and on top of that, the available classrooms have broken windows. Not even a single student passed matric from these schools, and there are even 4 schools from this province that also saw a 0% pass rate. The government failed to supply textbooks for the entire academic year in many schools in Limpopo. The basic right to education is a problem in many countries, not South Africa only. Rural children from China face many barriers in gaining proper education, and there was a program that was established called Rural Education Action Program, and this program is not gaining much support for improvement, since there is still a large gap between rural and urban areas. The youth from urban areas are 3 times, the youth from urban areas are 3 times likely to be admitted from the universities compared to the ones from the rural areas. This means that the education is not given attention as a basic human right. The South African government is not prioritizing education as a basic human right, but instead they are busy spending money on some things that does not add value to economic development. For example, they spend much money on raising awareness of protecting rhinos instead of aiding them.
My opponent has mentioned that most schools in South Africa do not provide free education. Well, I slightly disagree with that. In the 2013 SASA reports done by the Minister of Education, Angie Motseha, she stated that by 2009, about 60% of schools have been exempt from paying school fees. That is pretty much schools that aren't paying fees. And she also made mention that since 1994, South Africa gained its democracy. Well, South Africa was colonized for such a long time, and they've had a short space of time to rectify those injustices caused by apartheid. 19 years is not much time to rectify all those injustices. Done. Also, the Mona Foundation, she made mention that in China they don't have in China. About China.
Okay, in China there is a program called Rural Education Program, Rural Education Action Program, and it is not gaining much support from the government.
Well, it is because it helps over 4,000 students from preschool through to college and beyond. It manages to survive through donations, and it is up on their homepage that they receive about $65,000 US by mid-year. So they are getting recognition from the government.
Okay.